you're creating a really bad precedent here because aid typically doesn't have conditions on it. I mean, North Carolina didn't have conditions when we saw how devastating that was for people who live there, who say, this is a slippery slope Republicans are going down where, I mean, you could be in a disaster-prone state like Louisiana, where Mike Johnson is from, or like Florida, or even Iowa, and something happens. And then how would you feel if Democrats are saying, well, actually, we don't like how your Republican governor is handling that, so we're going to put conditions on that?
And Caitlin, I gently push back on that and say that there have been conditions placed on aid before, particularly when it comes to emergency aid. Look, we've got a $36 trillion national debt, and the inability for the insurance commissioners in California to be able to keep insurance companies in the state are a real management issue. It's a challenge. Equally important, if we're going to put hundreds of billions of dollars into helping families recover, I want to make sure they're not going to face the exact same crisis 2 years from now because California has failed to take action on things they should have been taking action on decades ago.
Okay, but so, for example, if Mike Johnson moves ahead with this idea that's been floating around of tying the debt ceiling to wildfire aid, I mean, could you argue that's anything but political?
Well, you know, we haven't even gotten to this point yet, so I won't even speculate on what the future of the debt ceiling is going to look like.
Would you support that?
I want to support getting assistance on the ground right now. Look, again, Colonel in the Iowa Air National Guard and the military beforehand, there's needs that can be met right now. We should be prioritizing focus on that. What we don't need is more of, tragically, like what Governor Newsom's already done, is to say, hey, send me your aid, but make sure it goes through my Act Blue account so that I can collect your information and use it in my upcoming election. That's the real politicalization that's going on right now in California. We've seen the same come out of Elizabeth Warren. I want to see an end to that.
Is it helpful when Trump attacks a sitting governor as these fires are still raging in California?
You know, I think he's talked about already going out there and seeing this. What I want to see is that both sides depoliticize, and it starts with the governor. He's the commander on the ground. He needs to take responsibility for this. I'd ask him, take this Act Blue money and give it directly to the people who are in need. Don't take 4% off the top.
Congressman, thank you for your time tonight.
I appreciate
you joining us here on set. My political sources are also here. Kate Bedingfield, former Biden White House communications director, and Sarah Matthews.